Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at summer codes for level 300 plus monk. I've got a couple of results here prepared for you. As you can see here on the left, we have my first hunt at summer code around level 320 without charms. At the time, I was able to do about 4.7 kk raw or so. Now, we have been nerfed a little bit since then, so I'm going to quote 4.6, but this is also without charms. So as soon as you get charms, this should be more than that anyways. The profit, probably about 750k per hour at this level. However, here on the right-hand side, we have an analyzer at a slightly higher level. Here it's from like level 500, but you can probably already do this from like level 400 with best in slot. You can do some around like 5.5, 5.6 kk raw per hour. And around like 1.3, probably even 1.4 kk profit per hour as well. But this is at a slightly higher level. So obviously this spawn scales pretty well with levels and power as well. Overall tier rating, I would give it at level 300. It's like an 80. It's not the absolute best, right? You've got your Nagas, which are better. You've got your Asura Mirror, which are definitely better. Probably even stuff like Winter Court is better at this level. However, this is up there. It's up there. I think it's one of the better ones. So definitely like A tier. Difficulty, I give it a 7 out of 10. Bestiary, it'll take about 8 hours for rear guards, vanguards, and then about 15 to 20 hours for insane sirens. Depends on like the respawn rate and how efficiently you move, obviously. For requirements, level 300 plus, you'll need to have completed Dream Codes quest all the way through to the end, basically. And this place can be effectively hunted by monks, knights, and paladins. And I think some mages hunt here sometimes as well, especially on the surface. But, it's not really a popular spot for mages these days that much anymore. Although, you will see the odd mage hunting on the bottom floor. Duos can also hunt here, probably around that level 250, 300. Full team hunt, probably not, because it's not enough respawn. All standard imbues recommended. Fire protection imbue, obviously very helpful. We've got 33% fire protection here. Now, I don't think I was using fire protection here, level 300. But obviously, if you use it, it'll make it a lot easier for you as well. With regards to recommend weapon types, I recommend Earth, actually, myself. Physical is also okay, but physical weapons generally a little bit weaker. And also, they're not great for Thanacersuses. I think they have like 70% physical protection or something. But generally speaking, both would be okay. I personally prefer Earth, so Cobra BO, Naga Qatar, Sanguine Claws are level 600 plus. Supplies per hour, this is at level 300. You could do in like 1800 great mana potions. You probably want some ultimates as well. So this is quite a lot of supplies, really, for that level. But obviously, as you see in this analyzer, this drops down very, very quickly. You become stronger and stronger, and you don't need to be using any supplies at all, 100 levels later. With regards to my charm setup that I would recommend is Low Blow, Savage Blow on the Rearguard Vanguard, then Freeze on the Insane Siren, Divine Wrath on Arachno, and Curse on Thanacersus. Honestly, I was just playing with just those two. The other three are not really that important. Obviously, having like Curse or even something like a Poison on Thanacersus will help killing those a bit faster as well. For the wheel, currently all subject to change. Obviously, I'm using T1 Ascetic with some lesser gems, ideally with flat hit points, but obviously balancing, etc., etc. Be careful. Maybe this changes. And the card you'll see in the video is level 328 Monk with 103 Fist and 43 Magic level. Now, for the route, if you've seen either of my EK or Paladin videos, it's more or less the same, obviously just slightly different for the Monk due to where you kite by doing, your half boxes and stuff, but more or less the same. So, from the start, I just go here, and then I usually finish the pull somewhere here in a wall box by the wall here, sometimes maybe by this one as well, either is okay. Then I go through here, pull out the rest of the monsters, finish off the pull by the staircase. Then I go up, I do one pull on here, just kite everything, and then again finish off by the staircase here. I then go up a floor, kite, pull all the monsters, do a little kite here in this room, just to make sure I don't overdo it, and then I'll usually finish the pull somewhere by the wall, maybe here or here, either way, it doesn't really matter. Then you go into the teleporter that you can't actually see here, but there's a teleporter on the top floor, which brings you out here. So I do a little kite, I'll do a little kite through this room, and then usually finish by the wall here, finish off the pull, then I'll go through, go in here, do a finish off the pull by the wall somewhere here as well. And by the way, it's worth saying that probably one of the hardest pulls in the game probably is actually this one in here. There's a lot of arachnophobicas, so be careful for that one, basically. This one, it kind of gets a bit tricky. Anyway, after this one, I go through, I do another pull somewhere around here, then I go down the stairs here, brings me in here, I kite, and finish off the pull by the wall in here. I then go up, come out through this staircase, and I'll do another pull in here. Somewhere, there's like 5-6 monsters. It's probably the weakest pull in the whole summer court. Then I go through, come out back in here. I go through here, go down here, finish off, do a pull around here, go down the stairs. And this is another tricky one over here. You kind of need to be careful. Either you just kind of stay by the staircase and just don't move and just do a pull there. Or if you can make it, the best thing to do is to run through and do a pull by the wall here. This is my recommended thing if you can make it work. However, it's quite easy to get yourself trapped here, so do be careful. Afterwards, I go down here and just go through this little, balcony. I usually do a pull somewhere here. Then I go up and do another pull here by the wall here, and then I levitate down and basically restart from the bottom floor. And that's it. Very similar to my EK and Paladin route if you've seen those before. Obviously, it just varies where you do the half box pulls on the monk, because it's better to do half boxes by the wall on the monk. Anyway, that's what I have for you today, guys. Pretty great spot overall. Definitely recommend it. It's not as good as it is on someone like an EK. Obviously, this is still the best EK spot. Not as good on the monk, but still very, very respectable. Good numbers. Definitely do a bestiary, etc., etc. All the good stuff. Anyway, I'll play the video now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.